So after last time's anime, you'd be like, Jerry, why don't you just take a break? Seems like you had a little bit of episode last episode. Well, I can't. Okay? I got nothing else to do with my life. So you can screw off. Anyway, I don't know how to say that name. I just don't know how to say it. I'm just gonna be honest. Unprofessional, but still. I never watched it either, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe it'll be another Plastic Memories. You'll know if Aniplex makes it. Because that stuff was, man. That hurt. But we'll see. Anyway, with that, let us begin anime. So the most important thing to get out of the way right now is that it's made by the same people who made Plastic Memories and the Day I Became a God. That's fun. But not just that, it's not sad. It doesn't have any foreshadowing like Plastic Memories had with the Ferris wheel and stuff. The intro is really like upbeat and happy, and the show has like a weird art style that just doesn't show any semblance of rain or sadness. So I'm really confused right now. What is going to happen in this show? You know what they're going to do? They're going to be like, yeah, this is a happy little anime, nothing's going to happen, yippee. Like the main character's going to be killed, next one will be sliced off by a lizard or something. But anyway, the episode starts with our main character daydreaming about a little bit of a thing of him saying a dragon. I don't know, I don't get it. But it is his first year of high school. And it wouldn't be the first year because then that means all this is illegal. But anyway. It really does go into like the transitions and stuff, if you know what I mean, and most of you teenagers know. But anyway, the main character, I think he lives with this girl who's like tiny, same year, tiny though, and she hates him, but whenever he makes meat, don't take it that way, you perverts. She's like, oh, I love you, you're so great. They hate each other. That's what they say. That's how friends are, I think. They're like, oh, I hate you too, but in reality, like, come on, you're my best friend, I can never let you go. Anyway, after that, he starts his high school days, I think. It doesn't really clear all that up, actually. It's called The Start of My High School Life, but yet it shows, if it was really the start of his high school life, something illegal. Not technically, it didn't show it, but it's like almost there. It's enough to pass, but enough to give you the idea. And so I guess it isn't illegal, but still. It just doesn't add up to me, because like they already have like assigned stuff, like their seats are there, and it's just like, oh, you're moving seats. It's the start of his high school life and they're moving seats. No, it'd be your first assigned seat. I'm going on a rant. Anyway, he gets sat by the popular girl. Oh wow, that's so, wow, who would have guessed? The main character sat by a popular girl? Man, I wonder how else the show would have started. But she has been there for 2 months, and she got really popular in this 2 months, having to reject like 87 guys, I think she said. Now, something to mention that they both hate dating. The main character hates the thought of just loving in general, and same with the other character. They just don't like it. So popular girl and main character hate dating, but she wants to get away from the paparazzi. So she says, she confesses. It's a fake confession as they go into later, because he catches on soon enough. But they walk home together and they talk for a little while. You know, they're just talking back and forth, doing stuff. And then I think he's about to fall in love with her. And if this show isn't depressing, then we might have a nice, relaxing experience. Watch us all be debunked on the final episode. There's another Ferris wheel, I'm killing a man. Okay. For one, let's just get the obvious part out of the way. So far, this show seems to me just there for, so I'll say it, women. No, sex appeal. It's obvious with the random shots and the intro itself, which, may I say, is very weird for a show, like, made by this company. Now, there was one part that got me a little emotional, and that was a flashback, and I'll get to that later. I say that a lot now, don't I? But after episode 1, you know, they continue their shenanigans and try to get the small little girl. I never mentioned her, I don't think. They try to get the small little girl, childhood best friend is what we'll call her. They try to get the childhood best friend a date. Now, this doesn't go well for her because, well, that person that she asked out is a jerk. And not in the school life, though, but he's a jerk. He made the main character bleed. He beat him to death. Not literally, but he beat him pretty bad. Just to make fun of the childhood friend. Because she waited. And now, I think I mentioned the fact that the relationship between long white-haired girl, I don't know what I called her, the girlfriend, the girlfriend, quote unquote. I don't think I never mentioned them, but I think deep down, in later episodes, I think she actually starts liking him, and I think he starts liking her. The kiss, it's everything. The CPR scene, that really got it going. And her sister kisses the main character. Now, she does say she's a third year. I'm not sure if she means in high school or what, but she was kind of small. I just saw third year. I'm like, he kissed him. She kissed him, so. Who would be charged then? Is it illegal if it was forced? Anyway. Yeah. Main character is now driven between both girls because in that episode I just mentioned with the flashback, it was of an old memory when the childhood best friend and the main character were close. Like, really close. It was actually kind of sad. Which at that point I was like, oh no, it's coming now. Honestly, I think I know what they're going to do. I think they're going to pull a little bit of a thing called mess with us. They're going to make it seem like I'm reeling you in with the horny stick. Oh, at the end, though, we're going to make you regret every single thing you thought while watching this show. Sorry. Just gave you depression. You'll be fine tomorrow. Take a few pills. You'll be good. I think that's where it's going to go to. Now, I could be wrong, but it just feels like that. And not even to mention the fact that she calls him a jerk. She calls him stupid. Calls him all those. Because she's in love with him. The childhood best friend. She's in love with the main character. Now that came as a surprise and it was amazing. I have had a stupid smile. I have been doing this like I'm watching Sonic the Hedgehog 2 again. Whew. Fun times. I like this show. It's got me intrigued. So, Aniplex, despite the fact that you've made something completely different from Plastic Memories and The Day I Became a God, I like your show. Can't wait to see what's next. Now, did you know that Plastic Memories was actually an original show, not based off anything? I know, right? It's not every day you hear that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything. This show is not sad. It doesn't make me feel pure emotions like The Day I Became a God or Plastic Memories. What it does is it messes with my head and makes me angry. After episode 5, I'm not sure if I mentioned the girl apparently from his past life. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, and if I did, well, I'm mentioning it again. A few episodes later, Hall Monitor, or whatever. Yeah, Hall Monitor, that's what they're called. The girl, pink hair. Has a crush on the main character. Yeah, of course. Of course. Add more. Just add more. This is QQQ if it left it open for interpretation. If it didn't tell who was the person he was going to end up with. And I will get to that later. It's the fact that they do all this building up. They make you feel like, oh, you love this character. We're going to make it seem like we're going to row this boat over here. But that boat also sinks. It's a Titanic. Big boat, sinked anyway. I love to hate this show so much. I love and hate this show. It's a love-hate relationship between me and the show. Except I love and hate it. It hates me. But I love and hate it. After we find out about his little crush, or the Hall Monitor pink hair girl, I'm gonna call it pink hair girl. Pink hair has a crush on main character. It builds up that relationship. At the fireworks, guess what? Turns out that short girl, not the childhood best friend. No, it's freaking pink hair. She's known him longer, but he forgot. Oh, of course. They had a marriage paper. She just needed a stamp from him to make it official. He said, come back in 10 years. So 10 years later, we'll get that later. He doesn't sign it at the moment. He doesn't sign it then, he never will. And it just keeps on building this relationship. In between the fake girlfriend. We're about to get somewhere with that. That also builds some character as well. Honestly, I started seeing that they both start liking each other. Like, actually, and they always try to push it off like it's nothing. But you can see it. This is not emotional like Plastic Memories. But you want to know why it's an Aniplex show? Because it makes you feel things you don't want to feel. Plastic Memories, I didn't want to cry. The Day I Became, I didn't want to cry. With this show, I expected to cry, and I didn't. I just have more questions that are being left unanswered. Let me get back into that. So, after that, they just keep building up the relationships, okay? They go on a vacation to the beach. Fan service. Again, this whole show is sex appeal. But it's a little beach episode, alright? These episodes, these fan service episodes, are the most important episodes of the entire series because they're the final 3 episodes, and those are always when it gets down the hill. Now, I need to say something about the intro theme. It's catchy. It's like, it's nice and catchy, you know? It's not like emotional and sad like Plastic Memories or the other show. It's just happy. But there are little cuts in between that show each girl lying on the floor, depressed, sad, in a dark and an empty room. That doesn't matter. It's just there. It's just there. I thought when I first saw it, I'm like, uh-oh, here's the foreshadowing. There's no Ferris wheel. What am I getting at? What am I getting at here? What I'm getting at is the fact that the final concert, not concert, like a little game show, technically. And in that game show, what happens is, main character kisses the fake girlfriend. And they have a whole emotional scene going into their entire thing, like how she hated this and that and this and that, but he was always so kind, and he was like, and then it cuts to the next day in the bedroom. No. And they say they hate each other, but in reality they love each other, they kiss, and then go on. Now, the aunt, I haven't mentioned that yet, but she's important. She's the one who set up the whole game show. But the aunt, she pulls him aside. Says, there's 3 options you can go down. You chose the battlefield path. Now, the battlefield path was that he chose one girl, not the other. And so it's going to cause a whole war. The other path is like neutral. He doesn't choose. I think it was like neutral. He didn't choose any. Or there's another path where you make the other 3 hate him, and his girlfriend love him. And he tries to make the other 3 hate him. But with that, he makes them love him more. Past life girl. She's like, oh, you're someone else with another cool backstory. Okay, I love you more now. Pink hair. He accidentally cuts his finger on the paper when he's about to rip it up. He cuts his finger on the paper. A stamp. And with the childhood best friend. She kisses him. And girlfriend sees it. And she says, the childhood best friend says, I'll talk to you in 9 years, girlfriend. And it just cuts off. It just plays the outro. Now, I know why they did that. You can't be happy in an freaking, I can't even say the name. Aniplex show. You can't be happy. You wanna know why you cannot be happy? Because it's an Aniplex show. It's up to the watcher to decide who he marries, who he dates. It's all up to us to decide that fate. And I love but hate it because I want to know what happens. But now I can just make a scenario in my head like, oh, I was rooting for all of them. I liked all the characters. That's what they did. But I was also rooting for Fake Girlfriend because like that's the one they built up the most. I loved it. I was also rooting for Pink Hair and Childhood Best Friend. Not too much a past life girl, but rooting for her too. And that's why I love but hate it. I love it because it's so much. It's good. It's a great show with a great, not so great ending. I had it hurt. But it's a great show altogether, and I definitely think it's worth the watch. Like, no doubt in my mind. So, with that, you may be asking, Jerry, what are you getting to? Watch the show, and you decide that for yourself. Who do you think deserved it? Because I think it's Fake Girlfriend. Hey, I'm going to start a riot with that one. But it's true. She deserves it the most, to be honest. I feel like they built that character up more than they ever should have. So, if I were to rate this show, I'd say 11 out of 10. The show is great. And it's not up there with Plastic Memories or The Day I Became a God. With like, I expected some dark turn and be like really sad. There was only one time that I really felt emotion, and that was during a cutscene or a flashback in like episode 5. Pretty sure. No, I don't know. And that was like the only time I'm like, oh, this hurts. Oh no, I'm sad now. But no, it builds it up. Again, as I said, the intro itself is uptuned and catchy. It doesn't want you to be sad. This isn't meant to be sad. It's meant to be happy. So when I say that the ending is good, I think it's good that it leads up to it leads up for interpretation. But if they also want to make a season 2, well, there you go. You can lead into what happens next. They can do whatever they want. And that I like that. I like that fact, okay? I've done that plenty of times with stories I've written back before the incident happened. Anyway. That's all I gotta say. I've been rambling on for like 20 minutes now. 10 minutes, 50 seconds, but still. Watch it. There's nothing else I can say except for watch it. I promise you'll love it. It does have a lot of sex appeal, but it fits the show. Like, honestly, it fits it so well. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not saying... No, I'm not saying that. It just fits the show with how it works. I'm going to bed. I don't even have my proper shirt on. I changed shirts, so I was about to go to bed, but I was like, I want to watch this.